I'd like to invite up Brandon and Monica.
Uncle Keong has always been a special person to me. I just always felt like he made experiences so much more fun when he was around. One of my favorite memories of Uncle Keong was when we were at Ghirardelli Square waiting to get our ice cream orders. We were sitting by a small fountain, and of course, Ethan, Jordan, and I were restless. Uncle Keong decided not only to calm us down, but allow us to have some fun at the same time. He told us that if we could throw a coin into the fountain and land it on one of the statues in the fountain, he would give us $5. We spent a good 5 or 10 minutes trying to do it, and none of us could do it. Looking back on that memory, I realized that the activity may have been initially just to calm us down, but in the end, it became a fun memory that exemplified Uncle Keong's creative and fun personality that I will always remember. Another fun memory I have of Uncle Keong is when we all went to a computer museum after a memorial we had in the Bay Area. Uncle Keong wanted to go, and I just ended up tagging along with the rest of the family, even though I didn't think any of it would interest me. As we walked through the exhibits of the museum, Uncle Keong's commentary brought the information alive. Things that I would normally overlook suddenly caught my attention, as I could tell that every little thing interested him. Even the smallest things, like looking at old hard drives, reading up on how ancient calculators worked, playing a game of Pong, and explaining how binary coding worked, made Uncle Keong seem like a little kid in a candy store. Although he might not have known it, he indirectly made my entire experience at that museum so much more interesting and enlightening. I'm deeply saddened by the loss of such an amazing person and family member, but as long as there are those who continue to keep him in their memories, he will never truly be gone.
I think that quite often we find that loved ones are taken from us all too soon and all too unexpectedly. As someone who hasn't lost that many people that I've cared about, it's hard for me to say that it gets better each time or that it gets easier, because I don't know that it does, although that's what you hear a lot of people tell you. I don't know that it gets easier with time, and I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think that it should ever be easy to lose someone that was a part of your life for so long. But with that being said, no matter your relation to the departed, you are here with us today celebrating his life for a reason. Some way, somehow, you've been a part of his life and he's been a part of yours. Uncle Keong's wife, my Aunt Julie, is my mom's first cousin. And for as long as I can remember, Aunt Julie and my mom would plan vacations together for our 2 families of 4. One of my favorite memories of Uncle Keong during these vacations was when he would wake up early in the morning before we would head out to the beach, and he would make spam musubi for all of us to pack for lunch. He was also always the one who took care of buying the tickets beforehand for when we went to Disneyland growing up. I was also always baffled at how high his tolerance for spicy foods was. Another fond memory I have was during one of the more recent trips that we took down here when we went to Disneyland and the Griffith Observatory. Of course, I brought my selfie stick because if you're trying to take a selfie and include your entire gang, a selfie stick is the way to go. And I remember how much he made fun of me for it. So, naturally, I told him that I would buy one for him for Christmas. Because if he brought it up so often, it must have been because he secretly liked it, right? The last time that I saw Uncle Keong was on a trip that they had recently taken up to the Bay Area for Yoba. And while standing outside of Tony's Pizza in San Francisco, waiting for a table for dinner, Conan, the talk show host, walked by, and I remember all of us discussing it afterwards, all laughing and joking around as per usual. These memories may seem meaningless and insignificant to some of you, and that's okay, because we all have our own special memories of Uncle Keong. But for me, these are the things that I will always remember about him, and I will always remember these fun and happy times that he was a part of and that he helped to make happen. You never really think that the last time you see someone will truly be the last time that you will see them, and I didn't expect that with Uncle Keong at all. and I'm sure many of you feel that way too. Every time that our families have come together, even though each time they have been very brief, we've all had a great time, enjoyed each other's company, and appreciated every moment. He was taken from us too soon, and it's hard to understand why he was taken at a point in his life when he had so many years left to live. But I guess that's just not for us to know right now. Thank you, Uncle Ki Hong, for being a part of my childhood memories, for being Aunt Julie's best friend and husband, for helping to raise two outstanding and upstanding young men, and for bringing to all of our lives a kind, loving, and positive presence. See you on the other side, Uncle Ki Hong.